One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Valley Children's Stadium in Fresno, California, home to the Fresno State Bulldogs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the UConn Huskies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Fresno State Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Fresno State will kick it off and we will be underway. Coming out with it, it's Peters. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Give to the running back. Past the first down marker and still running. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
When you go on the road, man, oh man, do you love hearing the crowd. But more importantly, you love shutting the crowd up. There's no better feeling than coming out, getting that juice going, getting that confidence going, and getting that running game going right at them and gashing them right out the gates.
Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To the ground with the back. Turning it on! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
To throw, it's Grove. Going deep. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick.
This defense talked about it. We want to set the tone. We don't want to give up big plays. First drive, the offense tries to accomplish that. This is a big play offense. Defense does a great job staying at home, staying disciplined, and getting the INT, creating some early momentum in this football game.
The RPO, it's complete.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play could put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he bit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
The Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Quarterback may change this route. Grab behind the line. It's McClain. At midfield, he's got room. He'll go out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 31, and a big pickup on that one.
Man, reason this offense is so dangerous, Reese, they've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. And the Bulldogs just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Off the play fake on first down. Got him downfield. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Fresno State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Fielded in the end zone, it's Peters. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. The UConn offense goes back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. And the Huskies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. A strike downfield. Oh, a lot of space. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
They'll run it on first and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Huskies.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He's got the back in the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Little touch pass to the receiver. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Got his man. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, they have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
Looking downfield on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. There he goes. The tackle is made, but he's got it. First and goal from the 6. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Back to pass on second down. Slips away, and the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And defense is about being great in the great situations on the third downs. Goal line situations like this, when you need to get a few stops, putting a few stops together, even though you gave up a long drive to get down here.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
How about the defense coming through when you needed it the most? They got some yards, had some success on this drive. Second and goal, sack. Third and goal, sack. Nice job by the defense, sticking with it, coming through in the clutch.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Peters. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. UConn going back to work on offense. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. On the run, it's Davidson. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case. And there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
To the air, it's Rowe. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. Bust through behind his pad. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
You look to be backed up, and then suddenly you're not. Big play has them across the 50, and they'll have it 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Bringing the heat. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Davidson. Runs through a tackle. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The offense is going to stay on the field. They'll take a pass on the 55-yard field goal attempt. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
This UConn offense really has it going. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Running behind those pads, he gets a couple before he stopped at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
It's going to be tough on this defense containing this guy because he's got that sixth sense to get outside the pocket, and at that point, he's throwing it and hurting you, or you can take off and run. That time able to get the first down. Big challenge for the defense moving forward.
UConn comes to the line with a first and goal. Looking downfield, it's Grove. Line out trying to get it in. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll park it at the 1.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
And after that strong play on first down, they're right on the cusp of a score. Second and goal. Wants to go up top. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on it.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UConn. And these guys just score from anywhere out there. After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, once upon a time, North Carolina, Virginia was as big as it gets in college football. It is the South's oldest rivalry, and it's now a final. North Carolina went on the road and just dominated, and that's one way to grab attention on a national level. Make a statement in someone else's building and prove you're legit. And did the Tar Heels ever do that? This game may or may not impact the college football playoff, fellas, but it's bound to shake up the Pac-12 standings.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Reads it, fires complete. Still on his feet at the 45. Breaks away on the left. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And unbelievable timing with the quarterback and wide receiver. Get it to him in his hands, right on his frame where he can run after the catch and do some serious damage.
And that's why he's so dangerous, because of that ability after the catch. For these DBs in this game, you've got to tackle the reception, because if you don't get him down, he's taking it to the house.
He'll bring it out. It's Peters. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. play fake on first down to throw. Trying to escape, breaks into the open. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. To the air, it's Grove. Safe completion on the screen. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
He's got an open man. Open space at the 25. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this is the area of the field where it gets really, really tough. Because the red zone, you know you got to run the football more. Well, this defense is #1 in the nation against the run. So I look for this offense to be more physical, be creative, try to find ways to run the ball against this defense that is so dynamic.
Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Finds his tight end. He gets it up to the 17 before being wrestled out of bounds.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field. And nowadays, you can start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. The new popular phrase for a favorite team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the big fella, and he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. He's got him. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Bulldogs in the hurry-up. looking to throw at St. Clair. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Here he goes breaking the pocket. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Got room on the return. The 20. The 10. And he is taking it all the way back. Touchdown, Huskies. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
That makes the score. UConn 21, Fresno State 17.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he's going to bring it out. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. UConn has it teed up to start this second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. I imagine we'll see them go right back to work up top after how productive that passing game was in the first half.
And it's interesting. If I'm the defense and I've got the lead, they've had success throwing the football, but we're winning. I don't know that this defense changes too much of what they've done in the first half.
I think they got to do a better job with pass rush. They might want to change their coverages as well because they're probably at this point expecting this offense to have to keep throwing, considering they did have success in the first half.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
The Bulldogs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Fresno State hoping to convert on 4th down. Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Across the 25, he's got room. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
That is such a big play for the offense. A lot of these 4th down pass plays are just designed to pick up the first. They get even more. They get an explosive play, and that has got to be huge for the offense's confidence.
The quick out. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
He makes it ground. Touchdown, Fresno State. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be you a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And it's blocked. He's got it. He can take this back for 2. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone. It's Peters. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Goes back to work. Dropping back, it's Grove. Here's the pressure. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, a lot of times when you blitz that linebacker, it's about timing. You don't show your hand, and he gets up to the line of scrimmage, gets right through the line, and makes the tackle for a loss.
And as soon as the running back gets the football, he's got a face full of linebacker.
Not much you can do there. Like, you got to have a little better block. You got to identify that blitz a little bit faster.
Oh, he's got some space. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Takes the handoff. It's Davidson. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Grove. Trying to get behind the defense. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. UConn will have to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'll lob to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Now on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
You know, as an offense, when you're trying to complete these tunnel screens, you're going to have to be able to negotiate some of these defenders near the line of scrimmage. They're all looking to swat it away. Good job by the defense there.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's Anderson. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. And Jesse, he just keeps piling up numbers, over 350 yards for the game.
And I feel like from the get-go, Reese, this guy's just been in a great rhythm all game long. He just seems like he's dialed in, and man, he's been accurate throwing the ball.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. On the run, it's Robinson. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Fresno State moving it quickly down the field. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the wideout. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. There he goes!
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the 2nd half.
The Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. Finds his man. It's Lott. He makes the stop at the 48. That'll be enough for a first down and a pickup of 10. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So that they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The RPO fired complete to the left. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
It would be nice to pick up a few yards on 3rd down because from here, it's a 57-yard attempt. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Looking to buy time. Caught over the middle. It's Porter. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the first down.
The give is to Smith. Crosses the 10. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
It's just a tremendous effort on defense, understanding the situation, right? Offense has the ball in a goal-to-go situation. Someone's got to win and go get the quarterback, and the defense came up big.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, UConn! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this is a running back, guys, that gets better as the game goes on. Here we are late in this one, and he's still breaking off big runs. Impressive, making people miss, showing you the speed. And that touchdown gives his team the lead.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Fresno State takes over and the offense will go back to work. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking for space, it's Robinson. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of playing carefree. Keep doing what you've done all day long to build the lead, finish this thing out, pull off the big upset.
Fresno State back to work with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's McClain. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game, they pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Makes the catch. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st.
And this offense, they got another positive gain, but I think they're going to have to start pushing the ball down the field a little bit. Got to make some plays. That clock is not your friend. You got to speed up, maybe work the middle of the field a little bit, but make sure we get 1st downs, and the rest of the time work the sidelines.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. And he's chased out of bounds, but not before he gets the 1st down, stops the clock, and has them on the move trying to get the late score.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
So now the opportunity to take the lead with a 1st and goal here. Just keeps swinging it. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
This is an offense that has so much confidence. They believe they're able to win the game when it matters the most. They've got the playmakers to do it. You saw it on that last touchdown. Now taking the lead with less than 2 minutes to go.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. From the gun. Pass is incomplete. No good on the two-point conversion. They had tried to stretch this lead out to a field goal, but they're still up by 1. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Peters. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. To the air, it's Grove. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Running wide open down the gut of the field. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Fresno State.
They say it's still a game of field position, and that last one just flipped this baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Running back searching for a hole. Runs through the tackle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Defense loves to show heat and try to confuse the quarterback. From the shotgun, the inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
The defense calls the timeout, and that's their last one of the half.
And this offense doesn't have very many runs left in them. They try to sneak in the run. Nice job by the defense making the tackle. But they've got to try to maximize their time, maximize their plays to try to get some points on the board.
It'll be 3rd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. He's dragged down at the 12. Chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game.
Timeout, UConn.
A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. Absolutely perfect. You understand the celebration after taking the lead, guys, but this thing is not over yet. That was a clutch field goal, and now the pressure goes to the other side. Can they stop them from getting into field goal range to win it? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Here's a throw downfield late. He's got it down the left. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Fresno State right back to the line. Gotta find a completion on this one. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And I think that last play was to try to get that extra yardage to really make this easy as a coach. I know what I'm going to do. I'm going for the win with my kicker now. Do I trust him enough to kick it, or do I need to look elsewhere? Tough decision with this OC.
And they decide to trot out the kicker. The line of scrimmage at the 35. That's going to leave the holder at the 42, and a 52-yard attempt for the game. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're